Hello and welcome back to my channel. It is Ijoma here, and in today's video we're going to learn how to make a cowl neck top. For this top I used a doll face fabric, but if you want to make it for yourself you should use a chiffon or a duchess fabric. It will give you a nice cowl shape. So for this top you'll be needing, let's say, 2.5 yards of fabric. If you are size 8, 2 yards should be okay for you, but from size 10 upwards you should need at least 2.5 yards or 3 yards for this top. So first of all, we are going to use our pattern. Not a serious pattern. We're going to use our pattern to cut out the front and the back panel. First of all, I'm going to cut out the back, then using the back I will cut the front. So here is the pattern paper that I will be using. I have my chest line, bust point, half length and full length. So when drafting your pattern you should add, let's say, 2 inches for ease. If your bust is 40, after dividing it by 4 you should add extra 2 inches for ease, then 1 inch for your seam allowance. Then here is for the back neckline. The width of the neckline is 3 inches. The depth is 1.5. I used 1.5 for the neck depth. That is for the back. And there is no zipper allowance at the back. The back is just plain. After cutting out this pattern paper, I will use it to cut out my back panel before cutting out the front. I have done cutting. Right now I'll fold my fabric. That is for the back panel. I'll go ahead and fold my fabric. I'll fold it into 2, and remember there is no zipper allowance. After folding, you place this pattern paper on it and you will cut out. The full length of this top is 24 inches. If you want to make it a gown, if you are sewing a gown, you will stop at your half length, but this one is just a top for a skirt, so the full length is 24 inches. After folding my fabric, I'll place the pattern on it and I will cut out. This one that I'm cutting right now is the back, remember. So after cutting out this back, I will keep the fabric aside. Then I will slash the pattern paper. I'll slash this pattern paper so that I can get my front. This fabric that I'm folding right now is for the front, and after folding I will slash this pattern paper. I'll start from the bust point and then up to the chest line. You can see how I placed my ruler and I slashed. This top is really easy. So after marking that line, you are going to slash that particular line. You start from your bust point and then head at your chest line. After doing that, make sure that from the bust point down to the full length is at the center of this fabric. Then you are going to spread the upper part. After spreading the upper part, from the neck width, you are going to mark a straight line down to the center of this fabric. You can see the straight line that I marked there. From the neck width, you are going to mark a straight line. So when cutting out this front area, you're not going to give it any round neck shape. Just slash your paper and then mark a straight line from your neck width down to the center of your fold. Then after cutting this out, this will be our front. So after cutting out this front, we are going to cut out the facing for it. This is the fabric that I'll be using for the facing. And for the facing of the front, it will start from the top and then stop, let's say, at your bust point. It should start from the top and it will stop at 2 inches below your armhole line. If you want to make it to reach your under bust, you are okay as well. So you can see I'm done cutting out the neckline area, and I will come down by 2 inches from the armhole line and I will cut. After cutting, I'm also going to cut out the armhole area. But when you are turning this facing, you will turn only the neckline area, only the top. You will not turn your armhole or the other sides. You will just place your fabric and your facing together and you will turn only the neckline area, that pointy area. So this fabric that I'm cutting out right now is for the sleeve, and for the sleeve we are making a puffy sleeve, a long puffy sleeve, and we are going to be adding an elastic to this sleeve. So this is the first one. After cutting out the right sleeve, I will use it to cut out the left one. So for the full length of this sleeve, I want to make it 30 to 32 inches. It has to be very long so that after adding your elastic and everything, it will gather very well. So this is for the front, this is for the right sleeve. After cutting out this right sleeve, we use it to cut out the left sleeve. I am done cutting out the both sleeve and I'll keep that aside. So back to the front panel. I told you that we are going to turn the neckline with the facing, right? So we are going to run a 1/2 inch stitch round the neckline. Remember your shoulder area, you should not sew on your shoulder area, just the neckline. You can see what I'm marking right now. So we are going to use 1/2 inch to turn our neckline. Then if you want, you can hem the down part of the facing. You can see that I folded the down part of the facing. So after turning this neckline, you are going to notch, and after notching, please do not top stitch. Do not top stitch, because this is a cowl neckline, so that when people are looking at the neckline, they will not be seeing any thread or any stitch around your neckline. So after notching that top, just leave it that way. After notching, I will go ahead and iron. Ironing is very important. Just take your time and iron it very well. There is no need for the top stitching. You can see that the shoulder area and the armhole area are free. I did not turn them. After ironing, this is what I have, and this is for the back panel. I'll go ahead and turn this neckline with a bias. I want to use a bias for the back neckline. After turning the back neckline, I will iron. Now it is time to join the front and the back. The sewing is really simple. I am done turning the back neckline with my bias, and I used facing for the front. Now I am going to pin the shoulder area and the sides. Make sure that everything is aligning. This is the front piece on the back. Then after pinning that side, you pin the other side. You can see that our cowl shape is coming out already. So just take your time and pin. After pinning the shoulder, I'll also pin the sides. And when I'm shaping, I'll just use 1/2 inch or 1 inch for the shaping. The person that I made this top for is size 6. So that's why the top is looking small. And please, when cutting, do not forget to add the extra 2 inches for ease, because this top does not have any zipper. It does not have any zipper. Please remember to add your 2 inches for ease. It is really important. So right now, I'll go ahead and shape. And after shaping, this is what I have. So you can use your bias to hem the down part, or you can just hem that way. Then after joining and after ironing, I'll go ahead and trim my armhole a bit. Just take your time and trim your armhole, because the front is wider than the back. So do not trim your armhole too much, so that it will not be oversized for your armpits. So after trimming, this is time to fix the sleeve. So for the sleeve, I told you guys that I'll be adding an elastic to the hem area. If you want to use a band, you can as well use a band. These are the pieces for my sleeve. I'll go ahead and hem the down part, and then I will add my elastic there. After adding the elastic, this is what we have. Right now, I'll go ahead and fix my sleeve. After fixing the sleeve, I'll come back and show you guys what we have. So at the end of the day, this is the outcome. I hope our top is really beautiful. And like I said, I used a doll face. But if you are making yours, you should consider using a duchess or a light chiffon for it. The cowl will fall better. So thank you guys so much for watching, and please do not forget to subscribe and click on the notification bell, so that anytime I upload a new video, you will be notified. If you want to register for our online classes or our physical classes, you can chat me up on Instagram and on Facebook at Sew with Ijoma, at Sew with Ijoma. If you have a style request, you can also send me the picture of the style you want me to make a tutorial on, and I will gladly do that. So thank you guys for watching, and see you all in my next video. Bye.